The summer is heating up with Marvel Studios' The Fantastic Four.
Line them up, Johnny!
On July 25th.
Time to save the planet.
What's the plan?
Trust me. I hate that
It's a
plan.
bad plan. Come on.
Terrible
That's a
idea.
stupid plan.
Prepare for fantastic.
We will face this together as a family.
Marvel Studios' The Fantastic Four. First steps. Only in theaters July 25th. Rated PG-13. Some material may be inappropriate for children under 13. Get tickets now.
I knew it. Another Herdat Media production.
Hi, Chantel.
Hey, Roxanne. Wait, you guys, before we get into the OC episode, we haven't talked about Roxanne, the CEO and that HR girl at the Coldplay concert.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Roxanne, we always talk about corporate people. I'm like, guys.
I actually got so many messages where everyone's like, Roxanne, I thought of you when this happened because you always talk about this.
Yeah.
And yeah, again, I was very, very sheltered to life. I mean, I watch movies and it happens in every movie. But when I started working corporate, I'm like, oh, okay. Oh my gosh. Wow. So, yeah, it was honestly so crazy. Immediately, I knew it was an affair. I feel like everyone's heard about it. It's literally someone at Coldplay. It was like a CEO and another, what was she, a CFO? I don't even know.
She's like the chief of the HR.
Yeah. And it was them, he was holding her at a Coldplay concert. And
very comfortably, okay? Holding her motherfucking stomach from the behind.
Yes. And then there was another person that works there that just recently got promoted. So that person obviously knows about this relationship, which that's what's very interesting to me. Because you guys, in the corporate world that I know, it's not like there would be someone who would know and co-sign it. That would never happen.
But you know what? What though? Let's say, for example, I'm gonna think of my boss. If my boss was married and if I found out he was cheating, what you think I'm gonna it's just that's none of my business. But maybe I wouldn't be at a Coldplay concert with them. That's for sure. Is that what you mean by co-signing it?
I'm saying I work in corporate where there's thousands of people, and even if we suspect something, they're not going to act like that in front of us, is what I'm trying to say. And, yeah, and honestly, that stuff gets you fired. It really does. So, I wonder if he's going to step down. I will say what's crazy about that is the wife's life has been ruined. Honestly, this should be a wake up call for men.
She's married too, by the way.
Yeah. The woman's married too, which everyone's forgetting that, but they're both married. And it looks like that the man who's the CEO, he has one daughter and two little boys. And yeah, it's really, really fucked up. The kids are a little bit grown, but on TikTok, Chantel, they're finding all the family photos when the kids were young. That's when I'm okay, you guys need to chill.
No, and and the wife had to comment on one of the the most popular posts and say please give me and my family some privacy, enough, this is already hard enough, enough. This is when social media is so nasty.
The internet is really gross, but honestly, it's also that's what you get, bro. Maybe you need to be the example for men who do this. Enough is enough. And for women who do this, because women obviously do it too. So it's that's what you get, so comfortably doing that, taking this girl and not this matters because we know that you could be the most attractive, beautiful person and you still get cheated on. But the wife was prettier than the mistress, but they don't care about that because maybe they're oh, you're at home bitching that I work too much and I have this girl here who just hypes me up and says how great I do and how smart I am and she's so smart and yada yada yada. And it's just, you guys, I am telling you, no man is innocent from this. And no, I still think more men than women cheat. I'm sorry. That's just my opinion.
But women do. Yeah.
And but usually the men will cheat with the secretary. This is someone where same age, same everything. So I was oh, okay, wow. But yeah, it goes to show you it's viral everywhere. People are making videos about it. 50 Cent is, it's crazy.
What was worse is with the hindsight is 2020. If they just acted normal, no, there would be no videos, no, unless it would just be chatter maybe amongst the company, oh, I saw this video. But the fact that you guys acted that way is literally why it's viral. So it's you guys just created your own storm.
Yeah, no, Not good for them. Yeah, it really is. Like, it's karma in full force, but I just feel bad for the family because like the wife is like humiliated, but I guarantee she'll just have so much public support. But like also for the kids to find out that way, they're never gonna be able to like recover with their dad, I think.
Oh, I know. Just sad.
Yeah, just because it's so public and it's like all my friends know this is humiliating, you know? So, I don't know. It's just it's really crazy. But I did see that, Chantal. I definitely have.
Mm-hmm. But yeah,
I
let's
saw
get
their
into
whole.
OC.
Oh yeah, okay, you guys. Gretchen is back, and I am excited about this. I'm excited that she's back. I've been wanting her to come back, so it's a great thing.
Loved her energy already on the show. I loved the update, loved her fire. Just I think it's a great addition,
Yeah. And I don't want it to be like a temporary thing, which I think at the end of the day, Tamra wants it that way. And by the way, I'm sorry guys, we're a little bit late with our OC recap because we said we'd always like release it that night, but Chantal went out. Chantal loves going out on Thursdays. And then my kids have been sick. So that's why. But anyway, so they're mad that Katie spoke to this troll account. This is not us, by the way. The account that they're talking about is not us. They're mad that Katie spoke to this troll account and they believe what this troll account is saying. But it's crazy to me because the same troll account is the same account that Tamara accused of as being a liar. Because this troll account not only said that Tamara was behind a website, but they also said that NBC Universal was sending them screeners for the Real Housewives shows. And none of that was true. And so Tamara knows that. Tamara knows that this person is like a troll because at the end of the day, last season, Tamra barely had fans. Tamra, she didn't because of the whole Shannon stuff. Tamra ended up having like 3 fans. This was one of the fans. And Tamra had her on her podcast. And then this troll like kind of turned on Tamra, said that she was like this behind this blog, like put out all this fake information. So Tamra knows that this person is someone who's
not credible, not
yeah.
It's a liar. It's we'll go out there just to get her name out there maybe.
Yeah.
So it's like if you know all those things, why are you so easy to say like Katie's a liar?
Yeah, like and later on Tamara's like we talked about it, but like Tamara is like hyping up the other ladies when instead she could be like this person is, whatever. Like here's what happened. I don't know. They're not talking about what this person did to Tamra. So that's why I feel like if they did, it would give Katie a little bit more grace.
Yeah.
So Tamra loves to spill the tea. We find out that Shannon was losing it during a photo shoot that they had for their promo photos last year. And Tamra alleges that Katie took a video of it and told Alexis, who then told her. And Emily advises Tamra not to say anything because she's like, people are, and Tamra says, yeah, like people are going to say that I'm purposely trying to get in the middle of them because they have this like friendship and that they're cool. And that is the case. Like that's literally what Tamra is doing because she does seem bothered by Katie and Shannon being friends.
What the information we found out though? Like what was your reaction to it?
I don't like it. I'll be honest.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I just want to be on the same page. It's not cool, but at the same time, like they're in a different spot now than they were. And
1 year ago.
1 year ago. So very different things can happen. It's just like, I just literally can't stand Tamra, like having these things in her pocket at any given time is just her MO. I think Gretchen even says it later in the episode. It's like, this is what she does for a living. And it just when it needs to serve her, like, why didn't you say this last time? Why didn't you say this before? It's just like, of course,
right when it happened,
of course it's when it's convenient,
because Tamra didn't say it before because she didn't know how people were going to view Katie as the new housewife. Jen was her target. Whereas in this season, she knows like everyone is like trying to ice Katie out. So this is like the perfect opportunity to throw Katie under the bus. Like she just has no chill at all.
The one thing I will say, you guys, okay, like you guys all need to watch Love Hotel if you guys didn't. And I don't think we were ever, me personally, like I've always been back and forth about Shannon. Like I love her some seasons. I can't stand her some seasons. The only reason last year that like I gave her grace is because of the whole Tamra situation. After watching Love Hotel, she is very selfish. She's very entitled. She thinks everything's about her. Okay. So I can see, like, I'm just saying, I can see this moment of this photo shoot and like her being irate and like thinking everything's about her and making it like she's only in a bad mood. It's like, they're all there to do a job, So like, I can see like all the ladies being annoyed of it. and like saying something to other people about it. And like, especially someone like an Alexis that, you know, can't stand her either. And you're like, yeah, she was being crazy to this day. It's not cool, but it's like, I can see this scene so perfectly. Like, it's not that it was that crazy. Like, you're not going out of your way to really hurt this person. It's just like really what happened.
Alexis made a post after and she's like, I heard my name's being talked about. Keep my name out of your mouth. But I wish that Alexis did come out and say like, yeah, I saw this video, or yeah, I didn't, because I think it's like, you know, Katie's like denying sending that video. She's saying that she did take a screen like to show her husband, which by the way, like that's totally something I would do. Like I would totally do that and be like, yeah. Or
like,
I would probably send it to you.
Where you're just like, hey, like, look what I'm dealing with right now. Like, oh my God. And you're just like talking shit to your husband.
Yeah, which that's what all the ladies do. So what's the big deal, you know? I just think like, I don't know. I don't think if I was Shannon, I would be like, Tamara, I know what you're doing right now, but do I think that
she's so triggered, but she's so triggered by Alexis and the ex-boyfriend still stuff like that. Anything revolving them is not okay. And like, if we did find out that Katie did send it to Alexis, I do think that's wrong, you know, and like Shannon has every right to be annoyed because of what they were going through at the time. And like, but like right now in this moment, it's like the way she's acting is a lot for not even having confirmation or just listening to Tamra.
Yeah, like my whole thing is the husband thing is not a big deal. It's like, but if you were to show Alexis it, like, yeah, it's that's messy, you know. It is her first season. People like just, you know, they don't know their first season, but still,
and
I mean,
she keeps trying to say too, like I didn't know. I thought like this was, I don't know, you know, whatever she keeps trying to say. So it's like, why can't we give someone new grace if they're owning up to it? We love someone who owns up to something. Okay.
Right. Exactly. No, 100%. So yeah, that we'll talk a little bit more about it. But I love how Gina is acting like because she brought Katie to this group, which technically she did not. She was told to say that by producers, that she now has to be in the middle of everything Katie allegedly has done. And this is a win-win for Gina because Gina has nothing else going on the show. So she's like, oh my gosh, I think I'm going to have to say anything. And it's like the way Gina's just spinning this 2-second connection to Katie into like full-time screen time is it's impressive. It's desperate, but it's impressive. And that's just kind of how I viewed that.
It's annoying. And I'm just like, get off my screen. Stop trying to make it seem something. Like, I really can't stand Gina. Oh my God.
What is your take on how Emily approaches things with her son versus how Shane does?
I think there needs to be a middle ground from both of them. Like we need to take Emily's side and then we also need to take Shane's side and like merge them. And I think that's a perfect way. Like not make it where it's too like lackadaisical, like, oh, it's just a thing he's going through. And also not make it like, we need to fix this situation. We need to fix this issue, because what if it's something that you're going to live with your whole life? It's like, you have to have acceptance. You have to like figure out little things, but not something where you think that this is something you can just like turn on a switch and it's fixed.
But it sounds like they don't know yet what it is. And Shane was like, you know, you can call it whatever you want, but like, we still need to get more details about it. And so like, it sounds like they just don't know yet. So, you know, hopefully by now things have gotten a little bit better. I did see in an interview, she was like, it's summer now, so it's not as intense and whatnot.
Did she ever say that he was confirmed with autism?
No.
Okay.
Yeah. Matt and Katie go to Ryan and Jen's house. And by the way, I feel like autism is like, if you don't know, like they on that season, they use that very lightly. And it's like, if you don't know, I wouldn't just say that unless I literally went to a person and got it checked by multiples to then say, you know, to even throw that out there.
And especially because we just got off the season of like Tamra saying that on like before the reunion, like that her therapist diagnosed her after like, you know, 2 days of it. So it's just like, it's not that easy to be diagnosed. So, and
what if he doesn't? And then the kids at school are like, oh, are you know, like,
yeah,
that's just how it is. Like, it's, you know, luckily it's like a lot, it's normalized. And we see that you can thrive. I mean, there's different cases of it though.
Yeah. There's like spectrum levels.
Yeah, exactly.
I think they stopped saying so. I don't know.
But let's say he doesn't have it. And then you threw that out there, you know, like kids are brutal. So it's like, I don't know. I guess we'll see though.
No, for someone who didn't want her kids, like we said this on like the last episode, but I think for someone who was so offended by her kids being brought up, like she's sure talking a lot about them. So it's just like, okay.
Yeah. Right.
I like the story. I like this, not the storyline. I like seeing those type of things though, because like maybe it does help someone. Like maybe there is a kid out there that really struggles with their picky eating. And then you're just like, okay, like I do like it. I think it helps, like, you know, for other people, but it's just interesting.
Yeah. Matt and Katie go to Ryan and Jen's house, and Matt is protective over his wife. He doesn't like how all the pileup is having with his wife. He comes across innocent and just supportive, seeing his wife go through that.
Yeah. And I think Jen does too. Didn't like that either, that her friend was going through that and didn't understand it.
Yeah. Gretchen's back. We've been waiting for this. She really does not look different. I love that she didn't get her boobs done and that she looks exactly the same. Like, I love that. I think that, especially like living in OC, you probably see a lot of people like getting their boobs done, and after having kids, like, what happens to your boobs? And I love that she's like, no, I really like haven't changed anything. I even kept my boobs. And like, she's just in her like mom era, and I love that for her.
Yeah, she's definitely grown a lot from the show. She's learned to fend for herself, like have her own Instagram following, like not from the show, because it's been 12 years. Has it been 12 years, or it's been a little bit?
Yeah, it's been a really long time.
Yeah, so it's kind of like, it's awesome to see someone really like thrive still.
Yeah. And even in her relationship, a lot of people said things about Slade. The Housewives initially in those first seasons made it like he was this type of guy. And like the viewers, all of us, we followed it, right? But, they acted like he was the villain of the century. I mean, here he is being a loyal partner to Gretchen years later. And I love that for them. Like, he seems like chill. Like, he seems like a normal guy.
I was just crying because like when they did the montage of everyone getting divorced and like they're like still together, it's just like so crazy. It's like, this is why you can't come for people's relationships if you really don't know.
Yeah. And then like, look what ends up happening with your relationship.
I know.
She has like a 5-year-old little girl. And yeah, if you follow Gretchen and I love people like this, maybe because I can relate, like, she's just a really great mom, and her whole life is like her child, her daughter. So I love to see that. And, she's what I personally look for in a real housewife, like someone who's like literally like in the era of being a real housewife, whether, I mean, right now they're engaged, but still, like, I like to see that stuff. So I really like seeing her back. And so Katie and Jen are together, and they're kind of just talking about like what's been happening with Katie, and Jen clocks it and she says Katie's an easy target. That's why everyone is coming for her. And it's absolutely true. And Gretchen talks about like all the things that Tamra has done to her. Meanwhile, Tamra is at Heather's, or Heather was at Tamra's house. Is that true? Right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And by the way, like, just, it's so crazy to me because Tamra and Heather's friendship, like, it'll never make sense to me, but I do know that Terry's not fond of Tamra, but it'll just never it does make sense to me actually, because as you can see, Tamra will hold on to things and bring it up later. And Heather at probably some points was vulnerable and dumb enough to tell Tamra things. So that part does make sense to me. But it's just like, it's so weird. But Tamra,
their relationship to me, it's because like they've been on the show for so long and have kind of went through these ups and downs. And then I think like Heather really does still put her at arm's length, even though she doesn't show us that. She makes it seem like she's like really close with her. But I think in the day-to-day real lives, like they don't talk as much.
Yeah.
Tamra, so, like, for her, it's easier, but go ahead.
Yeah. Tamra says that she feels like Jen wants to be her. But I mean, last I checked, Jen has the man. She has like everything that Tamra really wants. Like, it's always the people who are like constantly screaming. And I do believe sometimes there is like, okay, they have to be jealous of me because like, why? I'm so nice to them. But in this sense, when you're like, oh, you're jealous of me, it's like, you're projecting,
Not only is she saying she's jealous, she's saying she's copying. Like, that is crazy. Yeah. Like, that is going on another level of just like your own flattery. It's like, dude, no one's trying to be you, Tamra. Like, that is the last thing anyone wants to be. No offense.
She brings up that, well, the reason I feel like Jen is copying me because like she is going to start doing workout videos, and she is like she wanted to be on the show, like all this stuff. Here's the thing, at the end of the day, Jen like came into this like pretty fit into yoga, and then she just happens to be with someone who's very fit as well. I never looked at Tamra. I know that Tamra did that whole competition thing. I never looked at Tamra and said she's like a fit person who cares about her health. Like, I know that she did, but like she wasn't, how there's someone that you could look at and they're like the influencer for it. Like, Jen looks like that. Tamra Tamra just never came across as that. Like this was like her passion. And she, like she had this, she just never even really had that body of like a kind of like a bodybuilder, like even when she tried. So I'm like, what does that even mean?
And then she goes to show us a picture.
Yeah.
And
like
the picture,
yeah,
literally is so messed up. It could have been, it's like she has 5 kids, first of all. Everyone goes through stages in their lives. Like that is the dumbest thing to show one picture, because you can go through my camera roll right now and you can see me looking sexy as hell, okay, in a bikini, and I have abs. And then you can also go in my camera roll and see me fat as hell, okay? So it's like, that is the dumbest thing that has nothing to do with what she's doing now and what she's doing to her body now. Just because someone was bigger at one point does not mean they can't change their lives.
But she wasn't even bigger. She was wearing a flowy shirt. She literally
was like those plem shirts that were like back in style at the time. Like you could tell she wasn't even like, she's obviously fit now, more fit now than she was. But like at the time, maybe she was having one of those, her kids. Like, are you okay, Tamara?
Oh, wait,
like,
no, but like, I don't even think she looks so thin in that picture. So I'm like,
I wouldn't say so thin, but like she doesn't look what she does now. So like, but it's like people ebb and flow in their lives. That doesn't mean
right.
anything.
And you don't know. Yeah. It's like, just imagine being so pressed that you dig up someone's old pics and like try to show a point when it's like, Tamara, we can go back to you the first couple of seasons. Like, what are you even talking about right now?
Her face, the best thing is Jen's face literally is identical, except her lips. She has lip fillers, okay? But her face is identical to what that picture looked like.
Exactly.
Yours it was not.
Yeah. And like Tamara got like a whole new face. And like Tamara's like super, like Tamara's like, I'm the thinnest that I've ever been. Convenient, like that you're the thinnest you've ever been, like she definitely she denied that she is, but I do feel like she has to be on something, especially because like she looks at Jen, and I think that Jen just really gets to her, and that's why she's literally going and looking at pictures from 5 years ago, because like Jen gets to her and she wants to like look better. And she used to always say like, I'm the OC Barbie, I'm this, I'm that. And so I'm sure she's not like losing weight because of stress or anything.
People can be pretty, okay? It's fine. You guys both can be pretty. You guys both can be fit. Like, let's leave it alone, weirdo.
Right? Like, she's not jealous of you. Like, it's just crazy to me because I mean, think about it. Jen has a man that actually takes care of her. We know that Tamara's always had to take care of Eddie, and children that adore their mother, and a name that doesn't need drama to stay relevant. So, I mean, there's really nothing to be jealous about. And then Jen's like really attractive. So there's that. But Gretchen talks about how when Slade's son died, Tamara literally was speaking about it on her podcast. And that is when things go too far, because Tamara personally knows them, and his son, passed. And he does seem like a very, very sweet boy. I mean, I know at the time that we did put the GoFundMe page out, and there was some misinformation about Slade, and it does stem from like a Tamara and like a Heather at the end of the day. So Heather also like had donated to the GoFundMe. Her and Tamara did it at the same exact time. And but you shouldn't be talking about that on a podcast. Like when there's a little boy who literally just passed,
that is not the time to start digging up.
And things. You know them,
yeah.
Like, Tamara, Slade, like you shouldn't, I mean, Gretchen, Slade. So it's like, just chill a little bit. Like, this is the one time where it's like, Gretchen hasn't been on the show, chill, and like, if we're really going to talk about things, like if you really want to do that, like literally Tamara she almost made her son like, get with Gretchen while Gretchen was blackout drunk, and she was like encouraging it. If that was to happen this day and age, if someone is to pull up that scene right now, you guys, and put that on TikTok, that shit would go viral and everyone would come for Tamara. So it's like, Tamara, you are not at the place to act like you can say whatever you want,
And especially what she has with her own daughter. It's like, you literally should not talk. Like, especially because it's so easy for someone to throw that in your face. Like, you should be the last one, because that's so hurtful for you to even bring up anyone's child, anyone's thing, especially at that moment. Like, that is really, really low. Like, if I was Gretchen, I can never forgive it.
Yeah, I agree. Gretchen, and then Tamara says, like, when she's telling Heather about Gretchen, she's like, you know what? She contacted my daughter. She literally contacted my daughter. You guys, she never contacted her. The reason that Tamara feels like she needs to say that is because she thinks that that will make Gretchen look bad. She knows if she says that Gretchen just commented on an Instagram post that Sydney put up, which is her daughter, that like everyone's like, okay, well, I mean, it was a public platform, like she just commented on it. So Tamra knows she has nothing and she has to make it sound worse. And that's exactly why she says, oh, she contacted her, like acting like she called her up and stuff, which was not the case at all. And Gretchen and Tamara like basically is like, I just want Gretchen needs to like just like move on and get over things, you know? So before Katie's lunch, like we see a little clip of Gina at her house and she's doing her own nails and that's great. But like, you shouldn't be on this show, ma'am. You shouldn't be on the show. I'm sorry. I mean, it's great. Like if I could do my own nails, I would do my own nails, but you're just not what I want to watch on as a Real Housewife.
Absolutely not.
It's Katie's lunch. Having Emily come first is so funny. Bravo did that. And Emily's like, where do I sit? And I'm just like, oh my gosh. Yeah. So everyone walks in and then Jen and Gretchen walk in last. And Tamara and Gretchen act pretty decent towards each other. It was kind of like cringe a little bit. I don't know.
Well, it's like, imagine that moment, like, and I thought Tamara broke the ice pretty well, so like, but like it was just so like high strung. I was dying. Like I wanted to take my pillow and put it over my face because I was like, oh my God. But like, I felt like the best way to break the ice would be with humor. And she kind of did that.
Yeah. So, and we'll get back to that. So Katie says, like, I want to start fresh. And Gina, who has no storyline, is like, I'm really upset with what you did with this troll account. And this does not concern. This literally does not even fucking concern.
Every single thing, okay, has not concerned Gina one bit.
I know.
Single thing. And every single time she's a mouthpiece. So why are you talking, Gina?
And why are you mad about this? Like this has nothing to do with you. And then Tamara even says like, oh, her and I talked about it. Like, we're good. She admitted to calling that person on Instagram and admitted to like saying, I don't even know what the hell happened with that. But again, hopefully people don't confuse us for this person, but
not us.
Yeah.
No, and then Gina's like, how can you not remember a phone call? Like, Gina, shut the hell up.
I know. And, Gina was basically doing anything to then bring up the Shannon stuff. And Shannon is at this point trying to defend Katie again. And I'm like, oh, I love this. This is great. And then, exactly what happens. Tamara like holds on to things. And she says in her confessional that she had like forgot about this and then remembered it. But it's really because she'll hold on to things. And when it serves her, she'll drop it so that, to deflect away from like who she is as a person, and then
I thought was weird because when she did tell Emily and Gina this, Tamara, when she finally did tell them that, they both said like, oh, it shouldn't come from you. And like, they gave a reason why. Now I forgot the reason why, but like how weird that they were strategically thinking like, who's going to be the one to say it?
Yeah, exactly. And Tamara knows that.
She has her minions.
Yes. And she knows that they need something too. So it'll be good. And then at least Tamara stays away from it. So, Tamara is talking about how they were all talking crap about Shannon. And then Katie brought up how Shannon was acting, which I think is fine at that photo shoot. And Tamara, and again, in her confessional, she's like, I forgot about it until I did it. And that right there is exactly why Heather Dubrow remains nice to Tamara, because Tamara is just so damn messy. And then Gretchen clocks Tamara too. She's like, that's exactly why I don't fuck with Tamara, because she always holds on to things for convenience. Like, surely if Shannon has moved on with all these people, or why would you not bring this up last season? Like, it just doesn't make sense. So we all know what Tamara is trying to do, but nothing bothers me more. Like, so, Katie says like, I didn't show Alexis anything. I literally recorded you to show my husband because I was on this business call and that's what happened. And then Shannon, like you said, Chantel, Shannon gets triggered and she gets up, and nothing bothers me more than Tamara acting concerned, running after Shannon to check on her when she is the one who brought all this out and conveniently waited to put it out there. Like, if you cared at all, you would have approached Shannon with this last year, not now. And so that it could shift Shannon's focus onto Katie. And then Tamara's like there for her. Like, what, like, why do you feel like you could even get up and chase after her right now?
100%. Literally crazy.
And then Katie breaks down because this lunch was supposed to go different. And Emily's acting like she doesn't care. And she's like, Katie has done things other people have never done, like give information about my children to a blogger. No, that's not what happened. This is exactly what happened. That a nanny reached out to Katie and says, I know that your daughter's not lying because they absolutely know everything. And Katie said, thanks for telling me. I can't really do anything with this. Like they can. And the nanny reached out to us and is like, yeah, it's complete bullshit. Like, I know that you just interviewed Kylie and Kylie wasn't lying. So that's how it happened. It wasn't like she like gave information to children about her blogger. Like, no, she was defending her daughter's name at the end of the day.
To me, she's everything that has said, she's owned up to. She's been telling the truth, like maybe it takes her to get caught or them to say something, and for her to be like, yeah, I did do that, or like, I'm sorry, like that was last year. I didn't know what I was doing. So it's like every single thing they're bringing up and they keep bringing up, she's already owned up to it. It's like, why do you guys keep going there?
And it's also like, can we go with Emily saying like, no one's ever done this. Like, this is the worst thing you could possibly do. Can we go through a list of what Tamara has done and ask Emily if she's okay with that? Because
yep, please. Thank you.
Yeah. Katie's just an easy target, but I do have respect to Heather because Heather was like, listen, we all make mistakes that weren't okay. So let's not even go there. Let's not act.
I really need someone to really ask Emily and Gina that, because the way that they are making it seem like this girl has went and skinned their cats and dogs or something, like it's mind blowing.
This is when we start seeing like the fallout a little bit with Jen and Katie, because Jen is like, I had no idea about this. But that also tells me like, if Katie never told Jen about this, then would she really go and tell Alexis? And would she really go and tell Tamra all of it? I don't know. But clearly there was something, Now, when it comes to Tamra and Gretchen, Tamra wants Gretchen to move on. And it's annoying because, again, we just heard a few years ago that Tamra was talking about Gretchen on a podcast, and she's telling Gretchen to move on. And you guys, the reason that Tamra's doing this is because she wants Gretchen's thing to come and fall flat. Like she wants Gretchen's, reunion to come back and fall flat, where it's like, see, we don't even need her because I don't even care. I'm not even fazed by her. And I'm not going to talk about anything. What could she say if I'm saying, I don't care, move on, I don't need a friendship with you? So to me, Tamra's like trying to ice Gretchen out from the beginning in hopes that everyone's like, well, Gretchen's comeback didn't really land, which is exactly what Emily tried to do. Emily went on interviews, you guys, and she was like, like Gretchen, like we thought she was going to be all big and bold and it didn't land, but Gretchen is calling her out. Tamra's just shutting her out. And then all of a sudden, like Tamra's like, I just want to move on. Like you contacted my daughter at the end of the day. And Gretchen's like, no, I commented on a public post. And then Tamra's like, that my ex-husband wrote. And I'm like, Tamra, what we're not going to do is like drag Simon right now. Like what we're not going to do is drag Simon, because that's literally why Sydney doesn't talk to you, dude. So then Gretchen has receipts, and she knew that was what Tamra was going to do. And she's like, no, actually, Sydney came out on her profile and said, that was me. This is me saying this. It's not my dad. Because they all know that Tamra's going to say that Simon wrote that up. And if that was the case, like, why haven't we heard from Simon? If Simon is trying to drag Tamra's name, Tamra has brought up Simon's name so many times. How come he hasn't come out and like said all this shit about her? Which he, by the way, like he absolutely should. At this point, like he deserves to defend himself, because for the last 15 years, she made it like he was this controlling person, made it like he is the reason that their daughters don't talk to her. But again, conveniently, when he got sick, she made it about her and how like her and Simon are great and how she's been there for him and all this stuff. So
she really should she really should thank her lucky stars that he is not that type of person. He hasn't done that. And it's like, damn, like maybe I should be like that a little bit too. Cause he has every right to say his side, and his side might not even if his side is not the truth, it would make you look bad.
And Heather has it wrong, because she's like, you guys really both went after each other. But for those who don't remember, Gretchen and Alexis fell out because Gretchen and Tamra ended up becoming like really good friends. And Gretchen thought that Tamra really was her friend until Tamra literally turned on her at the end, as we all expected.
Yeah,
so,
I have not seen in anything that we've watched where Gretchen was in the wrong. Absolutely not.
Yeah. So, I mean, Gretchen was like, I hated when Gretchen like and Alexis fell out because of Tamra, because I'm like, oh, Gretchen, you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, I meant with the situation between her and Tamra. Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah. Because I remember at the time, like, I didn't like that either.
But Tamara, at the end of the day, she's trying to dismiss everything. And Gretchen is, saying is that everything that Gretchen is saying to at least ice her out. Now, Emily goes on Watch What Happens Live, Chantal, and Emily ends up saying like, that there, because Andy was like, the most requested question is like, you brought up Katie's custody. You brought up like, obviously like she's an unfit parent. You don't just get your kids taken away. And, Emily's like, well, like I could do that because we're at a reunion. So I said it to her face. At the end of the day, the reason,
What?
yeah, I know. Like, and that's the thing, even on Love Island with the whole Ace thing, like everyone's like, Ace could be mean to Amaya because he said it to her face. Like, no, that doesn't make it right. Like, just because you say it to someone's face doesn't mean you can get a pass about it.
No.
If you're saying children are off limits, then children are fucking off limits, period.
Because what you did is you did a lot of research behind her back. You talked to other people behind her back to get this information, then to bring up to her face. So what you're saying literally negates itself.
Yeah. And then they also bring up like how Jen reached out to Gretchen because like their friendship like started off by hating someone. And Emily brings that up, but they did end up putting up a post where it literally shows that Jen was reached out to Gretchen and it was never like, hey, I want to talk about Tamra. So that happened too. So I really do see what.
And Gretchen even said, like, it's not like people always do that, So it's like she's not the first. Like, even if it was, it's like she wasn't even the first. So it's like, you guys like go fly a kite. Like, sorry that people like need help to navigate Tamara's freaking wrath.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm excited for Tamra. I know what Tamara's trying to do. She's trying to act like she really wants Gretchen's comeback to fall flat. So does Emily. And I'm excited to see, because here's the thing. I think that Gretchen, when things get called out, like when Tamara's the one like throwing things, like Gretchen will be like, Tamara, you're the one who put it out there, and call her out, and everyone else is scared too. Gretchen has nothing to lose at this point. So I think that Gretchen should be someone that ends up staying past this as well. So I guess we will
bring her back full time, y'all.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes, but we definitely wanted to get an Orange County episode out. Make sure that you guys listen to our Patreon where we get 2 additional episodes. But thank you guys for listening. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.